You open Claude Design and you stared at a blank canvas and you typed in one prompt, you got something that looked pretty decent and closed the tab after that. That's basically what 90% of people did this week. And they missed the entire point. Because while everyone was making their first slide deck, some people were already shipping landing pages, building clickable app prototypes, and generating motion graphics, all inside the same tool. And here's why most people completely missed it. Claude Design looks simple when you first open it, so they treat it like a smarter version of Canva. They type in a prompt, they get a design, they move on. But that's not what this tool is actually built for. Claude Design is a full creative pipeline from brand system to prototype to production code. It's all connected. And if you don't know the use cases, then you are leaving 90% of the value just sitting on the table every single time you open it. Now, before we get into it, check out our free school community. The link is down in the description below, and it's all of our complete workflows and all the prompts that we use. All of it is down there, so you're gonna want to check it out. Now, let's get into this. So for use case 1, build a landing page from inspiration. So an important note, if you skip this one step, then every design that you are going to create is going to look like every other AI mockup on the internet. So here's what most people do. They open up Claude Design, they type, build me a landing page, and then they get something pretty generic. And then they wonder why their output looks like everyone else's. Well, here's what you should do instead. You should start with some inspiration. Now, I want you to watch this, okay? I'm opening motion sites or any gallery of beautiful websites, okay? So I found a specific site that I actually love, and then I am going to copy the design language, which is the layout, the feel, the energy that the website is giving me, and then I'm going to paste that into Claude Design as a reference with one prompt, okay? And I'm going to type in, build me a landing page for my course inspired by this aesthetic, okay? Then what we're going to do is we are going to hit generate, and here's what it built. The full hero section, as you can see, it looks stunning. Here we have a feature grid, the social proof, the CTA, real components, real spacing, real visual hierarchy. This is not just a template that you would find on Canva. This is a proper design. And now, the part that most tutorials always miss, I can actually keep iterating right here if I want to. I could say, make the hero bolder, and there we go. Then it's done. I can even say swap the CTA color to something more aggressive. And I can just type that in and then it's done. This is not a template, but a proper design. Now here's what makes this actually useful. When I'm done designing, I can push this state into Claude Code to turn it into a real deployable website. We'll cover that in use case 6, but the important thing to know right now is that Claude Design is your UI UX design tool. Claude Code is where it becomes a real software. Everything is connected, and that's the payout. The inspiration is in. It's iterated, it's branded. This is production ready design out, and it's all in one canvas. Now we head over to use case number 2, and that is turn a YouTube script into a stunning slide deck. Now, your next deck should not take a weekend, okay? Here's what I'm doing. I'm opening up a new project and I'm selecting slide deck and I'm dragging it into a YouTube script that I already wrote. And then I'm going to put in some raw text, okay? No formatting, no slide breaks. I'm toggling use speaker notes on, okay? And now I'm going to put in one prompt. Turn this into a 10 slide presentation, visual first and punchy, okay? But here's the part that most people skip. Before I generate, I'm attaching my design system, the one that we built earlier on, which means that Claude isn't guessing anything about my brand. It's using my actual colors, my actual fonts, my actual component library from the first slide. Then we are going to hit generate, and now take a look at this. There you can see Claude is now structuring the narrative, the hook slide, the problem, the solution, the 3-part breakdown, the CTA. Every slide is on brand. And as you can see, the slides are clean. And then we are going to export it in PowerPoint. Okay, and done. Or if I want, I can even send it straight to Canva if I want to tweak anything specifically. And there, a rough script to a presentable on-brand stakeholder-ready deck in just a couple of minutes. Now for use case 3, turn any website into a design. Let's say you see a site that you love. Then watch this. I'm pasting in a URL of a site that I like the aesthetic of. Now, Claude's pulling the layout, the sections, the hierarchy, not the colors, not the copy, the whole structure. Then let's hit generate. And here's what it built. The same section flow, the hero, the feature grid, the social proof, the CTA, but all of it is now in my brand. It's my colors, it's my typography, and most importantly, it's my tone. This isn't copying. What it actually is it's deconstructing what made the site work and applying that logic to our own product. Now, there is 3 places on here that is complete gold. The competitor research, where it pulls a competitor's page and it understands why it converts. The inspiration, where you see something beautiful and you want to make a version of it. And the redesigning your own site. You can just drop in your current homepage and just say, make this better, and it will do it for you. And that takes us perfectly into use case 4, build app prototypes without writing code. Now, you've probably heard of Google Stitch before, the tool that turns a text prompt into a designed mobile app screen. Claude Design does pretty much the same thing, plus prototypes, plus web apps, plus a path to production code. Now, if you don't believe me, let me show you. So here's the specific loop that I'm breaking. The idea: you describe it to a developer, then you wait. Then you find out that it's wrong, and then what do? You revise it, and then you wait again. And then you find out that you're still wrong. Then, by that time, 2 to 3 weeks have already gone by. Now, take a look at the alternative. I'm typing in onboarding flow for a fitness app, 4 screens, sign up, goal selection, and notification, opt-in, and a home dashboard. Now, we get the wireframe mobile first, and Claude builds rough layouts in about 20 seconds. And I can see that the information architecture is right. And now I can flip to high fidelity and the same 4 screens, but now they look real. That's my brand, it's real components, it's real buttons. And here's the part that breaks the old workflow. I can click on Make Interactive, and now I can actually click through it. The sign up buttons goes to a goal section. Goal section goes to notification, and it's a real clickable prototype that we're looking at here. I can send this to a user this afternoon to run an actual test on it. But here's where it goes further than Stitch. When I'm ready to turn this into a real working app with a backend, authentication, database, the whole thing, all I need to do is I just push it into Claude Code, and it's the same ecosystem. It's one handoff, and we'll walk through exactly how it works in use case number 6. So stay tuned. We'll walk through exactly how it works in use case 6, but right now let's get over to use case number 5. And this is the sleeper that nobody is talking about. If you make YouTube videos, this is a pain. The animated intro, lower third, transition, end card, every one of those used to mean that you would have to go into After Effects, you would have to be paying an editor, or you'd be settling for something pretty generic. Now, watch this. I'm typing in animated lower third for a YouTube video with my band colors sliding in from the left. And then I'm gonna hit generate. It's actually animating. It's running in the browser right now. I can preview it. I can tweak the timing. I can change the motion curve with the sliders on the right. Okay, now we are going to export it, standalone HTML bundle, or I can even screen record it directly from my video editor. That's just one tool, and everything is on brand, no After Effects needed, and most importantly, no extra subscriptions eating away at my budget. Now we get to use case 6. This is where Claude Design stops being a mock-up tool and becomes a shipping tool. Every other AI design tool has the same dead end. Build something beautiful, then hand it over to a developer, then describe it all over again, and then something gets lost in translation, and then the final product looks 70% of what you designed. Take a look at this instead. I've got my landing page from use case 1, okay, and it's done, and I'm clicking export, and then I'm handing it over to Claude Code. Now Claude is packaging the whole thing. The design, the components, the intent, the spacing, the interactions. It generates a bundle then for me, and now I'm in Claude Code, and I'm going to type in one prompt, build this. Claude Code is now reading the bundle, it's scaffolding a real Next.js project, it's building actual HTML, CSS, and React components that match the design exactly. And now just after a few minutes, it's a real working website. Not a mock-up, not a Figma file, it's a code that I can now deploy. This is the only AI design tool that actually crosses the finish line for you. The idea, the design, the code, shipped, and it's all in full loop. Now, we have to discuss use case 7. Design reviews used to mean Slack threads, 40 screenshots, and a week of back and forth. Now, watch how this collapses. I'm sharing my design with a teammate, okay, edit the access, and then what do? They open up the link, and then they click on the hero section, they leave an inline comment. Can this headline be tighter? What used to be weeks of briefs, mock-ups, revision rounds, now it's one live session, just one call, and the decision is made. There's fewer meetings, there's faster decisions, which is what we all want, and we actually get some better output. Now, some of you might say, hey, can't we do this on Canva? But the gap is bigger than you actually think. Canva AI, Magic Studio, Magic Design, Magic Media, all of it is a template engine with an AI bolted on. You prompt it, it searches its template library of 100 millions of pre-made assets, it finds the closest match, and then it swaps in your content. That's why every Canva design kind of ends up looking like every other Canva design. Claude Design doesn't have a template library. It generates the layout from scratch, from your intent, using your design system. The same prompt, but it gives you a completely different output. This is really important for two major things. Number one, brand fidelity. Canva applies your brand kit as a skin on top of a template. Claude builds inside your design system from the first pixel. Then two, what you can ship. Canva exports to PDF, PPTX, MP4, and other Canva designs. And that's it. Claude Design exports to all of those plus production-ready code. The Claude Code handoff that we just covered in use case 6, Canva stops at the mockup. Claude Design crosses into real software. So if you're shipping real products, landing pages, pitch decks, prototypes, microsites, anything that needs to look like yours and go live, that's Claude Design's entire reason to exist. But Canva is good for your basic birthday cards and wedding invites and stuff, but here's the kicker. They work together. Export anything from Claude Design straight to Canva with one click, and keep editing it over there if you want to. This isn't Canva versus Claude that we're doing today. It's do your heavy lifting in Claude Design and then polish it up in Canva if you need to. They're different tools and they do different jobs, but now at least you know which one to reach for. Now here is the real unlock. It's not any single one of these use cases. It's stacking them. Build your design system, generate your prototype, hand it off to Claude Code, and then launch it all in one afternoon. That's a workflow that didn't exist about 6 months ago. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel and join the free school community down in the description below. Copy all of my prompt fonts right over there, and it's been a whole lot of fun. Please give this video a like, check out the video that is popping up the screen, and also check out the other videos on the channel. I can guarantee you that you are going to learn a thing or two, and I will catch you on the next one.